Hello Game Nation, this is the K3 Shadow, here to talk about the grim situation that is surrounding the now deceased 38 Studios and indirectly the game industry as a whole. Now, if you are listening to this, then you most likely already know about the situation that is going on between the closed company and Rhode Island. I am not here pretending I am not on the cutting edge of that. I am here just to voice my opinion about it. And in truth, I am worried about what this might bring about. For the whole two of you who probably don't know, 38 Studios were the people who brought us the game that is known as the Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. While it seems that the game sold well and has been giving great praise over its combat system, it seems that it wasn't enough to keep the studio open for future projects. Despite the studio's huge ambitions, it seems they have reached too far, and even though the game was moderately successful, it wasn't enough to pay back the debt 38 Studios accumulated in creating Kingdoms and their now canceled MMORPG, which by the record, I personally believe why is the reason that they have so much debt. Now the problem with this whole situation is that not only are private investors upset about it, but now actual government has become involved for they helped contributed to the game's creation. Now, because of this situation, taxes will go higher for the people who live in areas that were affected in order to help make up the difference. People who most likely don't even play video games at all will have to help pay for the debt of one. This story has worried me because a lot of people who help fund video games are usually from outside sources, and anyone could have been a potential investor that for future video games of any company will now look at this situation and most likely will have second thoughts. The worst case scenario, this could affect the game industry as a whole. Now, I don't completely blame 38 Studios, at least not in the practical sense. They made it no secret that they wanted to do the MMORPG in the first place, and I believe the company had great potential, but their ambitions was just way too big. After all, this game was a new IP and people were not entirely familiar with it yet. People need to get used to things before you go on to bigger and better things with that product. The first game was a good start, but it just goes to show how life sometimes doesn't work out the way you think. For those of you who haven't played the game, I implore you to pick it up and play it. If nothing else, at least give it a rent. And while playing the game, I hope you all think about what could have become from this potentially great studio. To the former staff of 38 Studios and Big Huge Games, thank you for allowing us to experience Reckoning, and on behalf of myself, I hope all of your future endeavors will be met with great success. And with that being said, I give you one final salute. This is the K3 Shadow, out.